And we are streaming. Hello everybody and welcome to Tiles of Confusion for the 28th of May 2021. How are we all doing? I see we have 4 people currently queued up, so I'm not going to waste any time. Legius, Rumi, Rise, and myself about to go into a game. Good luck all. And Prospero just joined us as well, so hello Prospero. Right, let's see if we can continue where we left off with... We did pick up a win, although we were a bit fortunate in a couple of areas. I've definitely had to go back and analyse that one. But let's see if we can keep things going on this table. My week's been up and down. Generally okay, though. Okay. Blip, indeed. Alright, so we are starting dealer. We are starting with what I would... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One shy of that. It's not a bad hand ignoring that, though, so we're going to go 1 pin and see. I mean, I say it's not a bad hand. It's we could force a chancer here quite easily with double East backup. East is not a bad tile for us to have, in all honesty, because that gives us other options if we get the East first. I think this is one, though, that I'm going to go quick call and just try and get out of this one as fast as we can. Right, we see red is safe. We're going to play white. So we're not going to force the chancer, but if it comes along, we're not going to say no either. Yeah, keep on the plan of just dropping dragons for the moment. We've got red as our safety tile, and just hope we get, I don't know, some useful draws somewhere. That'll do. Cheat. So double quick call. Pair of 2s as well for what we're working with, so just have to get that 8 so, and we're in business. That's unfortunate. Yeah, no, absolutely. Dinner and food is prioritized. That's why it goes at 7 and not earlier. Like red, we might take the 3 if it comes along, but we'd then be needing a pair somewhere. Also does not help, so we'll get rid of that now. I mean, Doubleton is fine by itself for right now. I'm just, Yep, fair. Oh, we have... Okay, that actually opens up Sanshku, which would be kind of silly. Actually, no, it doesn't. I've already got that suit. But still. Another one's not a worst thing in the world for us. That is a little unfortunate, but we can work with that. Tempai if we can make the 4 pass. Oh, that's tricky. That was ambitious, not denying that, but... Suji... We'll see. Does Sumo anyway. And it's a big hand. Ultimately didn't matter, but I feel that keeping the Tempai was important. Ouch. Alright, so we go Hanneman down immediately. So we got some play. We got catch up to play then. But yeah, I feel it was right to go for that. Right, let's see what we can do now. Triplet of 9s, green dragon that we can go for. And we got a connected tile to Fedora, so nice. We also currently have Prospero and Larry queued up. If we get 2 more, we will start the second table off. I'm not going to call the first one. I'm actually going to hold off. Be a little slower with this one. Okay, double Dora. Now I can call it. Now I hope we get a chance to call a green, but we'll see. Oh wait, this isn't the worst hand in the world as is. We can hold north as our safe tile. Go 2-6. Good draw. So E Shanten. Nope, not E Shanten, sorry. Ran Shanten. Tempting. We stand half a step closer. It doesn't actually do a lot for us, but we'll do it anyway. Still got 5 for our safe discard. So now Green Dragon puts us Tempai, waiting on the last North. Okay, might not be the best thing in the world, but you know. Alternatively, we draw 4. We draw anything next connected to 6, and we can go that way. Not going to can it. Actually, we do need that green, don't we? Yeah. This is me not paying attention to things. I shouldn't have called that. Should have held. Because now we're in a state where we need that green dragon to win with. So, 8-pin. So we might have to cut 6-9 and just get ourselves into the pair weight. I mean, that's not the worst draw. That actually is a good draw for us here. If we draw an 8, that puts us into an 8 green weight. And yeah. Yeah, Hanneman down in hand 1. That's not ideal for us, but hey, it happens. Okay, well, we got a multi-sided weight here to get at least Dragon 2. There's a reach from Rise. 7 or 8 would be lovely right now. Rumi hit the Hanneman, unfortunately, so yeah. I attacked that about as hard as I could in contrast, so I couldn't do a lot about it. But obviously, Rumi picking up the Ipatsu Hanneman is not ideal. Certainly not while I'm dealer. Oh, Dora passes. Oh, this is a problem, because I don't think I can play into that. So we're going to get a 3-6. True enough, that would have been game over territory, but it's not a nice start. Oh, that is abysmal, but we can stay in Tempai on starting with 9. Okay, so yeah, we're working this out here. 4-7. Staying in Tempai just discarding stage tiles, but we end up having to get rid of all of these. Okay, so we can't follow that up, unfortunately. So I think we're out. Evening, Jesper. We can still potentially hit Tempai with something here. If we draw a 7, that puts us into the ideal. Not quite. North should be fine. We got the last of them. Well, for a 10-1-4. Okay, for a 10 4-sided weight in sumo. Okay. I mean, we played around the houses, but we had to play safe to that. We knew he was on some form of Pinzu weight, most likely, and he was. Picks up another... Well, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, but game not over yet. We're in East 2, 27 down. Oh boy, rough start. Alright, 1 completed set. Let's go south to start. Okay. Well, I mean, somebody who isn't me, I think, is generally the answer here. Legis hits a Hanneman now. I mean, it's absolutely confirmed. I have anti-flow. I have the Lack of Jam. Again, this is quite a fast hand. We're a bit stymied by 1 red already out, but this is perfectly fine. Hanneman. We're also 1 away from getting a game started up. We have Prospero, Solar, and Jesper currently queued up. So I will start another game if that gets to 4. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not trying to rush people. It's just mentioning it. Yeah, but I'm not sure it was a good triplet ultimately, but again, you got the hand, and you can't complain at Hanneman that puts you into the lead. Dealer Hanneman is always a good hand. Well, that is options, so we'll just discard the 3 from our hand. Could have got the reds, but there's no real point in doing that because we obviously can't get this into simples. So I'd rather be on the pair weight with the dragon. And as it turns out, it was a safe tile, so we'll keep going with that for the moment. Not sure how we're following this one up. If Legius does pull off the Hanneman here, I've definitely got anti-flow. Alright. Tissot is not ideal. He's played a 3, but I don't think we have the safety margin for that. I think we'd play both reds and see if we can stall around it, I guess. Technically, that was 4 pairs, but... Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll play safe here. We've got to be aware the other 2 are definitely doing something. Yeah, I think we're out. If what Devil Red wasn't already an indicator of that. And discarding the 9. Oh dear. Well, our time will come, but it's not right now. Well, he hasn't complained to correct it just yet, so I'll keep calling him how I like, especially given I'm about to deal into him, I think. Well, actually, he shouldn't want anything there, but we'll go 9. 2 of them gone. Actually, two man safe. Doesn't mean Rise is on a hand, though. And it looks as if we might have been able to backdoor ourselves into something. Yeah, we could have potentially backdoored in 7 pairs, but I feel it's a thing. Alright, Rise has given us 2 safe tiles for the end of the game, so. Oh, clearly. Yeah, we knew Rise had to be on something. So, Rise maintains dealership. I lose even more points here. Oh boy, right. When's our Hanneman? Not with this one, unless we get a ton of luck. Oh boy. Alright. How do we begin cutting from this? West to begin, I guess. Could we go for a Honitsu? Probably our best bet at this point, in all honesty, but... Yeah, I think I've got to try and push a Honitsu here. I'm on 11.5. I need to start getting some inroads, and they need to be reasonably valuable ones. So the only thing I can't do is overplay and deal in, because that would just kill the things at the moment. I've done nothing wrong. I've just had had the game state go against me. But let's see about forcing a Honitsu for the moment. We might not. We might just fold out here, but again, it's the most likely route we got to anything significant, and even then I'm miles away from it. Yeah, so we're going to cut the 6-5. Thankfully, we're doing this early, so hopefully should be fine. Also, we're indicating Honitsu quite hard. It is East 2, this is true. I don't have to win this hand, but... But I am accruing a ton of safe tiles by just doing this force early. I'm also North, so I don't necessarily need to go in for this. If Rise keeps winning, it just gives me additional chances. And to be fair, the low point scorer player has that decision to make every time, and sooner or later I'll get a hand that's actually worth going with. Right, let's just do a quick analysis here. We got 2 east out, so we'll start cutting useful tiles here, and we'll start moving towards Itsu or Pinfu here. Mid-game, see if we can do something with that. 2 whites have been played. 2 souths have now been played as well. That helps the Itsu plan. So need a lot of luck generally to keep that going. Not going to open the hand up right this second. 4 pin's not terrible. Got green for our last safe tile. Oh no, my hand was not a Kokushi push at any point, I don't think. Well. Not impossible. 2 away, though. The advantage of a hand that's nowhere is that almost anything helps it, but... part of the problem is we get our Dora as our required finishing tile, I think, so... Yeah, we see multiple 8s. We should be fine with that. I've only got 2 to go, and I need two tiles to win, so... So I think we're just going to fold out on whatever the last Sozi tile was. It's currently 8 so. Actually, last white is fine. Oh boy! English hard, indeed. High-Tate? No, he'd have auto with High-Tate. He's thinking about something, though. Even the 3-sided weight, probably just debating the 7 against everybody, but I think that was reasonable. Alright, so what can we do on this hand? It's better than the last one, but... but we're not beating a dealer with a dragon push immediately. Oh, I hadn't registered he was going for Nagashi, actually. See, I don't even consider it a hand to the extent that it doesn't happen so much that I just ignored how close he was to it. Okay. Now, thinking. So, 3 pairs. Cut the 9-1, see where we are. West isn't out yet for us as a bonus tile. And we hit pair number 4. So, well, we get pair number 5, and if we sow, how do we go with that? Green Dragon, not been played. It's the only one that hasn't been. Let's cut the 7-man. Yes, I think we're going no calls anymore, because I'm kind of thinking on that one. Nice. Right then. Play West. Wow. 1 out we could arguably keep on it, but Right had them anyway, so that would have been a bad thing. And 5 deals in. Well, still in 4th, but hey, you got to Ishanten with a reasonable hand. This is looking okay. Can't argue with this. There's actual synergy and 2 Dora in my opening hand. I cannot argue with this. 9-pin. So we'll keep these free just in the hope that we can pair something up early. Not sure we're going to force a Honitsu with this, but we'll see. So red's the only one that's live in terms of what's available here, but can argue not direct openly in chat. Fine. Okay, red pair useful. Legia's on the attack, less useful. West. So red and 2 would be fine for us in all honesty. Just have to keep an eye on what Legis is actually doing with his hand. South is a good last tile, actually. But we kind of... No, actually, 2's not going to do anything. We're fine with that. Of course. That's fine. Could have played South and had a reasonable half thing there. Ah, well. 3 would have still been useful if we had on the 4, actually, so that's twice. I should have played the South first. But... Okay, so we could get a free push here, but we don't have a Yaku unless that red comes out, and it might not, so we're going to hold off. Thinking about it, though. Okay, that is unfortunate. We wouldn't have drawn that otherwise. Alright, Tenpai. Shundora 2. Okay. Not much we can do in that position. We are now at the point where we need to win a hand, any hand, because otherwise we're going to fall to any Mungan random deal in. And Ruby might be at the point of targeting us, who knows. I mean, right now with 5 repeats, this is 5 repeats. Ruby only needs to hit me with a free hand hand. If he gets a free hand Tenpai, you might just Dharma it just so there's more chance of me dealing in. So we've got to be really aware of that. Still, I've got to go attacking because the game could well be over soon. I mean, in all honesty, if Legius deals in with a forehand hand at this point, that's game as well. So, I mean, that'd be better for us, but still. We need to knock him off the dealer spot. See what happens. Thankfully, Legius seems to have the same idea. I've not dealt in yet. This, though, is looking good. If I can get the three-sided Tenpai here, this is just reach pin through, but, you know, I'd absolutely take that right now. Yes. Reach on the 7. Reach Pinfu, three-sided weights. Go. Reach Pinfu Sumo, Ipatsu Wamangan, maybe? No, not quite. Oh, you know what? I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. You don't want to spell it out for me. You shouldn't be doing that in any case. Okay. So there's playing badly, and honestly, possibly on tilt a little from that, but yeah. I should have kept the chance open. It might not come to anything, but yeah, I wouldn't have got it in either case, so that's fine. But that was definitely a half blunder. Right, Riichi, Pinfu, Sumo, 27 plus all of the bonuses puts me into second. Rumi is no longer dealer. Legius can hopefully now pick up some points from one of the other two. Move the game on. So this time we are going to notice the Sanshikyu possibility, and we're going to see what happens. That probably kills the Sanshikyu possibility here, but hey. No, we don't care about your Dora 5 Reach. You were winning, sir. We have priority. Okay, well, let's hope we can double run this. I mean, I don't think he could have. I was the first reach, and I was definitely faster than everybody else. I had a free-sided winning weight. So, ideal free-sided weight. It was, you know... I was going to go with the reach anyway, and it doesn't really affect my winning percentage of whether I play 7 or 4. It's just whether it was a safe tile for other people to discard at that point, I guess. True. As I say, that was always a risk, but getting the win first and trying to steal some points. Let's think about this a bit here. Got 7 mana for now. And think. Not interested. We could take this to Tanya if we messed things up there. Yes, positive spin. Okay. So what do you do in this position then? I think we give up Sanshikyu. And I think we take the 7 pairs. Honestly. Change your plan. We take Dora free. It's a late switch, but, you know. Okay. No, not taking that one. Getting rid of that as early as we can get away with it. There's no benefit to us keeping a isolated thing. Actually, we might call. There's a marginal chance we actually even then we don't improve the hand very much. Okay, doesn't matter. We knew it was 10 pipe or something, in all honesty, so. Well, only 1,000 points, so we become dealer. South 1. Let's start west. So, 22k to catch up to Rise. That's ultimately our goal here. Can we catch up to Rise? And that's a help. I'm wondering... No, that might be too greedy. That might be too greedy, but I was thinking possibly forcing a Chancer here. But any win as dealer is probably fine. I don't need to force hands as dealer. I just need to win as dealer. Also, Chiral has joined, so we have Prospero, Jesper, Solar, Chiral starting up a game. Good luck to you all. True enough, but, you know, first things first, try to get one position back, then worry about the rest of it. You know what? I'm going to go Chanter now. I'm not saying calls off just yet, because South is Yakuhai. We could potentially wait on that one and be sneaky. And it looks like we might be Honitsu, so, you know. Oh, is that too sneaky? Maybe. Free my hand. Alright, one South. Not going to improve the hand any further, so no more calls. Question is, can we can't things? Nope, we're going to Sumo. Sumo's probably fine here. Literally loses points, but he's not going to bust out anywhere near from that. Free Han as dealer, 7-8. Gap reduces. Right, one or two more of those, please. Start with a 1, so 12-2 is the gap. So Manga and Sumo gets us there. Thank you very much. Rise is not content and has double South early, so we'll see. Oh, double Yakuhai, free Han showing. Yeah, we've had one change up actually since this has gone. Oh boy. Well, to be fair, this probably makes everything we discard awkward. So I'm actually going to discard 8 man. We're playing safety already. Sort of. Maybe I should have just gone 7 pin and go for it. Yeah. Oh well. I'm about to say, worst thing in the world would be for Rise to call something of that, but, you know. Alright, 7 is safe. So we can use that. We can try and work around it. We've got 7, we've got white. And I guess we've got to attack into him as much as we can. Can't call it, though. Want to, but I can't. So he's gone for the early call, double Yakuhai. He probably is going for anything rather than anything specific. We can follow up with green. We know it's safe. East is a problem, but he's got 2 Yakuhai. What have a chance of him getting a third pair? Low, but... Right. Indeed. Early 9, free goes. Oh, something has happened on the other side of a table. On the other table. Which Jesper is not happy about. Kyrol is okay with. Oh dear. Ah, okay. Rise Sumo's and it's a big hand. Is this another Hanneman? He's got Dora as well. That's Mungan at least. Legius is nearly out. We're on 17. Rise takes the lead. Our gap is now 20k with no dealer hands left. So now we need to craft something to beat this. Oh, we got a pair of Wests. Let's go 4-pin. What's the ideal here? Go for a Honitsu, go for an Itsu. Just try to be quick, I suppose. Yeah, I think we are forcing the flush here. Don't know if we're forcing the full flush or the half flush, but we got 1 Dora, so Honitsu 1 would at least get us halfway there. Right. Guess we're not doing that then. Oh, Ryan's reaching from the lead. So he's not going down to hurt Legius. We're going to play West twice. That would have been an annoying deal in, but again. Yeah, we're sumoing, and that's game. Actually, if it's manga, which it should be. Yeah. Well, GG. That was rough, gotta be honest. That was rough. Well, good games. Let's go and quickly observe what the other one's doing, because something kind of ridiculous happened early on, and then I'll get into another game with probably the four of us, unless anybody else wants to jump in. So, the East 1. Let's see what's about to happen here. So, Solar has gone very hard into Honitsu. Prospero, Tudora. Possible... Oh, okay. Well, that's just looking like a very fast Pintu hand at the moment. Turn 5 Pintu. So it's very sudden. What's Jesper building at the moment? Jesper is multi-pairs. A few options with his hand, in all truth. Has some jam there. I mean, I had Marmite there, I've got to be honest. Hanneman while I was dealer. Hanneman straight after that, and just entirely fighting the rest of the game to try and stay alive. Oh dear. I mean, that happens. Can't argue with it. It happens. And he played well. Well, I'm getting there now. So, Riichi waiting on the 3-6. So, Riichi, Pinfu, Ipeiko. Riichi, Ipatsu, Pinfu, Ipeiko, Dora Dora. And one Ura for Biteman. Fair enough. Well, gonna keep that confirmation button there for the moment, because he said wait, so I'm going to kick out of it rather than reveal any significant things. Right. Well, I guess we can do another one while we wait, although I've got a feeling it's going to be the same 4 players if we go immediately again. In fact, we're down to 7, so we might have to go and watch the game. We'll see. Currently, Legius and myself. Think you're under what? Yeah, pick up the big victory and now doesn't want to go into things. Fair enough. Alright. And unqueue. If I see 3 people back in there, I will return to a match. But until then, I think it's going to be myself and Legius versus 2 players from this game once this resolves itself. So, we are following Prospero. East 2 with Double Tone. Double Tone, possible Honitsu, possible Sanchiku, but both of which seem a little greedy. Doesn't have a pair at the moment, so we'll probably just go with whatever he can finish up at this point. It's probably not in his best interest to call this, strangely. Although the long pause is going to give Chiral information, which he shouldn't have. So, at this point, call. Wow! Okay. That was a short game. Sorry, Jesper. Well, we're just going to watch and see how that ended, because clearly we don't have too long to wait. He's 2, he's 3. Ouch. Plus minus 0 is 30,000, so you needed an extra 5,000 to get the 0. Sorry, you didn't, Saki. And Saki does include rank bonus as well when she's calculating it. I should potentially play the Saki PSP game, who knows. So Prospero is still requiring his pair draw at this point, which is looking like it's gonna have... Oh no, there we go. Okay, no, that solves it. So waiting on 1-4, one single, one remaining, and 4 still in the wall. Yeah, we're watching it. We're watching this. Oh, Dora free. That's an interesting draw here. What do you do? No Sozi played by Chiral. You see 3 ones, but no real information on this. Goes for the Friso. The dreaded Sanzo. No worries. Oh, Carnage. Oh, here comes some... Yep. West repeat. Oh, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? Well, this is the best Sanzo play I can see, and that is Jesper dealing in. Well, yep, that's fair. So Chiral looks like he's going to finish second. I think if he'd gone the other way, it would have been a deal in before that, but yeah. Okay, so Solar in what we assume has got to be the last hand. Oh, quite so. Quite so. If it works once, it clearly will work every time. Right. Right, I will watch the end of this, and then we will do a lottery to determine who's joining myself and Legius in the next game. So what are we looking at? Chiral's got another reasonable start. 2 Dora, obviously, is always reasonable. Just looking at who's got the speed here. I mean, Solo already kind of has a hand that would do it if he sumoed. Free bears. Yeah, absolutely. You can't play defense at this. Chitoi Dora, Dora 2 coming, come on. I mean, at this point, you haven't really done a lot other than put yourself into 4 pairs, which is obviously going for a 7 pairs hit. You probably want to prioritize more of the edge tiles if you're going for that, although you do have the CG 8-5. I guess his sequences that are on the board, but... Okay, Chiral changing it up to Chitoi, Dora. And actually has Tenpai with that, waiting on the 5. So Tanyo, Dora 2 for... enough. White Dragon Ishanten currently. And Jesper plays the 5. That eliminates him. Okay. Well, let's get back into the nonsense then. So as mentioned, I'm going to go into this. Legis is going to go into this. And then I'm going to roll off for the other players. So, where's my D6? Right, 1-2 Prospero, 3-4 Jesper, 5-6 Solar for the first one. I roll a 1, so it's Prospero. And odds Jesper, even Solar. And I've lost the dice. Well done. Losing the dice. It's a 1. So Jesper will join us for this game. And Solar gets the next one. Alright. Well, quite so. Later, Rise. Catch you later. Thanks for joining us. And stealing all of the jam. Okay. Let us see what we're starting with. Starting dealer again. Double Yakuhai. Dora. Yeah. I mean, I can't complain with anything of this. This is all good. This is all good. Well, we hope not. We hope we just continue to get hands like this and it just never happens. We thank you, Rise. You apparently have given us some jam. All right. I shouldn't be allowed to complain at this getting a hand that's this good. There is little to complain about here. I'm actually going to cut the 1-3 rather than the 4-6. Or the 4 at this point. Alright, fine. It's not correct to complain at getting this hand. I think it's fair to say. Will we get the double ton, though, is the good question, or will we end up booting on it? Oh, that's a tricky one. Do we upgrade here? I don't think we do. It's worth more, but it's only worth 1 more, and it puts us 1... Yeah, no, we go this way around. Not going to turn calls off because going naked weight into Fedora seems like something I could do here for 2 additional value. But I've got a 2 hand-handers dealer, so I shouldn't go too bad with this. And you never know, I might even be able to do some carnage. And drawing an 8 puts us into ideal situation. Clearly somebody has the East pair, so unlikely we would make a toy hand work from here. 6-9 is very possible. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't been able to Khan once yet. If it reaches, I just go with it. I can't afford not to go in. Opportunity cost now is I've got to stay in regardless. It's first hand as well, so. Also just realised I can't Khan reds. I can't Khan 1s anymore, so I can only Khan the 6-pin if I draw it. But nobody's interested in discarding High Sozu. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much my only plan I've got. I've lost all ability to Khan things. Unless I draw another East. Well, true. Wrong 9. I mean, the thing is, it's also High Sozu I'm waiting on. High Sozu Dora, so... It's not unexpected. Oh. Oh. Well, fine. unlikely value increases away, though that 9 came out straight afterwards, so was that... Ah, well. It's fine. I imagine they're folding out, and if they want to play a Dora this late, they deserve to deal in. If they want to play an East this late, I will call it. Nine. So I imagine that's just safety discarding rather than anything else. Nope. So not going to happen. I mean, it is a little greedy, but equally it's 2 harm increase. Effective 3 harm increase with where I'm forcing my hand to go, so it's a dealer Hanneman at that point. But I'm absolutely happy with the draw there. Yeah, I will take that every day of the week, just a 4,000 advantage, which we now have. Right, so not a good hand, actually. Start 9, see where we go with this. Quickly foiled, indeed. Well, guess we go for all the Sozi then. So a couple of options here, I guess. Pairs or... Pairs or pairs. Yeah, I'm not really playing this in a pairs manner, actually, so I think I am going to go with just the pair reach here. Pair reach, I mean. So we've got triple one of things up, and then we are away for that. Well, stream delay. Oh, there isn't really a stream delay, as much as I can do it, so... Okay, reach from Prospero. Oh, I've got 2 south we can play, and we can just go for a Tanyo attack here to try and counter. Maybe don't want to counter against 2 people. We'll see. Well, we'll save for a couple of turns. Yeah, I don't want to play 5. I mean, to be fair, he had no reaction to my early stuff, but, you know, that could easily change in just incidental draws. Do we play 6 or do we just continue on with things? If we knew the 3 of a 6 was safe, actually, that'd be ideal for us. We know the 2 is, I guess. Yeah, not ideal, but we'll try and lean around it. Yeah, if we could have made the free pass, that'd have been ideal. Well, play a couple of frees. We know the last 5 is going to be safe. Unfortunately, it's the last 5, so we can't eat Peike with this. Well, potentially putting ourselves through a 10. But see what happens first. Cheap Sumo, it was on the 6. Reach, Pinfu, Sumo. +1 repeat. Takes the lead, but again, not the worst of dealer turns. We ended up positive, so... Alright, 1 Dora. Not a lot else going on. south. Hello, Leon. How are we doing? Let's see. Not 100% what just was going on here. It could just be a west only to try and move the game on. Which would be fair enough. We've also held onto our dragons a little late, but been rewarded for the second one at least. And got a passage on the first one. Dora from Legius. Don't know if I necessarily want to follow Dora at the moment. Yeah, let's go for it. It's not that useful to us either at right this moment. Oh, you discarded the first one. Alright, so Jesper on the attack with something. Chanta Toy Toy? Or just Sha Toy Toy? Well, let's give him another 9. Interesting. So we have a potential Sanchikyu on. Not sure it's the greatest of plays, but hey, it's a play. Prospero with the debated call here. He's got unusual since the initial discard, so it's possible. Do I want to go in for this? I don't even know. No 6-pin's safe to him. That's the only reason I'm thinking about this at the moment. But not the worst of options, I guess. There's no 8s left, actually, so that might not be as good. Technically, we have Tenpai with no Yaku. 6 from my hand, then. Oh, well. That's fine. Simple's 1. Could have been worse. No, he made the call, so that does happen. 1-0. South. Yeah, Evan Sanchikyu wasn't necessarily the best of attack plans there, but it was available, reasonably easy, so worth a go. And from that position, I could have taken the Yakuless Tenpai, I guess, but hey. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't go Hanneman into Hanneman in the first 2 turns. The reconsideration is going to be short because I didn't really play the first Mass Effect. I was always meant to, but I didn't actually get round to it. Also, the remaster is really expensive. Fourth north. What do I even want to do with this? Fine. This feels bad, but honestly, the hand isn't anywhere at this point. The triplet nines could be useful. I could play the 8 and do that, but well, let's just play out of 9s and see.
Riichi.
9 number 3. Well, the only person this can deal into is Jesper, so... Well, I suppose it can advance Prosperous Hand, but... Yeah, but if you're going to give me 2 more safe tiles, I'll take them. Prosper is also on something, playing a free pin in that position, so... Well, Jesper takes the lead. Sanshku door 2? Nope. Yep. Sanshku door 2. And symbols. Okay, Legis' dealer. East 3. I was about to say, I'd be okay with a reset here. Yeah, south. He does, in fact, get to win a hand after all this game. Quite so. Let's hope he doesn't win too many more of them. For my own sake, of course. Not for anybody else's. Yeah, we kind of folded that hand even before the reach, in all honesty. That was, yeah, just wasn't on. Still, what can we do with this? White Dragon and go, I think, is the only real plan from this, I guess. Well, we got the White Dragon at least. Free pin. Probably not going to force this into Honitsu territory, but what are the gaps? I said I wasn't going to force it, but we'll see. Okay. Let's go. I don't know. I've completely folded on this one. I've got a 4-10 kind of weight going on here as well with the south, so Let's just see what happens. What nonsense have I dredged up from this one? I remember one free. I had a mess of numbers which didn't have a 1 in it for quite a while. Tenpai on the 7. Shame I can't get a third card out of this, but hey. Because I can't go into a double pair weight because I'd be for a 10 for it, so... Fated free pin. Yeah, Roscoe's been culling the Sozi since the very start, so he's definitely on a heart flush of some kind himself, but... Ooh, okay. And dealing. Haku Honitsu Dora. The cards maybe weren't the best of plays, but once I had the White Dragon, I was safe to Khan if I wanted to, so yeah. Going before that, and 7's not the worst thing in the world. It's just that unfortunately I ended up on a pair weight just with the way the draws went up. Pair weight, that was for a 10. Anyway, 2 Dora, opening hand. Reasonable for Tanyo, so that's probably what we're going to go for. Also, hello, Demo. We currently have Solar and Demo currently queued up, so 2 more and we can get a game. Let's green this one for the moment. When in doubt, Khan. And then Khan again. I mean, if it stopped a monster hand, I wasn't revealing any Khan Dora, so there's that. No worries, Carol. So getting that 6-pin early is going to be something we want. In the meantime, though, that's a great draw. So double sequence pair. Then just need something off of this 8, and we're in business, I think. Not going to go for that just yet. Oh, that is extremely nice. Now I would love to call that too, so shame I didn't get it a turn earlier. This is a Dora 4 Tanyo hand at the moment, so yeah. Well, okay then. Well, it's not doing any harm for us to do this trade. If we draw a 6, we can go Ipeiko as well, waiting on the same thing. So Tanyo, Ipeiko, Dora 4 is Hanneman, without us even having to reach. So if I draw a 6-0 here, 6-0 or 6-pin, either way we're fine with it. Can't go in with that, though. I want to keep calls open because we still could call this 6-pin, just go for the open one. But the hand's big enough that we are definitely dammering this, but... Can't do anything with the 6. Well, we're going to take it. So 6-pin is the game here. How long will it take us to get a 6-pin from this position? Oh, that is unfortunate. Tanyo Hanneman. I'm sorry, Jesper. Okay. The game is just jamming us up now. I'd only just hit Tenpai. Of course, Jesper can't hear me, so... To be fair, even discounting logic, I think the shock of my hand being a Hanneman value is probably quite high there. Because from that call, it wouldn't be expected that you're dealing into a Hanneman if I took it. Actually, no, I had Dora 3, of course. No, actually, it changed that equation. The 8 was the Dora, wasn't it? Yeah, you got to be aware of a Dora 3 hand. Anyway, I can call anything, and we're probably going to. Yeah, which is fair. Okay, so Ishanten. Eastora 1 would be fine. We have... Alright, let's Dharma 5 this for the moment. We have enough of a lead that we don't care too much, I guess. Maybe we should be pushing the lead. Maybe we should be pushing this, but it's a 5-so only. We'll see if we can get a 2-sided thing, and then we'll go from there. We still potentially have Khans available, I suppose. Although the 6-pin was just played. I don't want to reach enough. Nah, I'm going to hold off. Hold off, we'll let other people do it. Because we haven't put any kind of indicators up with regards to Sozi here. I'm happy to just say Dama for the moment. And we shall see. More likely to get it off somebody else, I guess. And if we can draw something in the meantime that helps us out. Five's also the indicator, so there's less of them. First end reach. 5-8. So my argument here is there's still 6. And they're going to assume middle Sozu. But also, that was a call against me. I don't like that. Also, I've got the bit of momentum right now. This could backfire. They're absolutely right. This could backfire, but hey. No, I have too much jam. I have too much jam. Yeah, okay. That was aggressive. That was aggressive. Too aggressive. I have shades, but that was too aggressive. Shouldn't have done that. Should have stayed with what I had, ultimately. Wait on 5 was fine. Anyway, South. Yep, Carol, absolutely correct. Well, the plan of just having so much jam that I just win even though I make the wrong decisions. Yep. Ah, boy. And yeah, not impossible here. Prospero's got a quick attack. My hand's okay, but I'm not really going to go into it if it comes to it, so we'll frisk the red now, just because, again. Next Jackerman, right? Well, maybe? Who knows? Cut the 1-2. Psychological play of just being on the bad weight. I mean, fair, it was a 6. It was a 6 for a return. If you're going to be for a return, 6 is probably enough to at least do it. I was hoping to convince people to fold rather than necessarily do anything. Yeah, it's your 4 Ipatsu. Prospero outsped. White Dragon only. Well, I seen White Dragon only. I hadn't even seen it, but yeah. So Prospero outspeeding, which is in his benefit because that secures his second place. He now has a dealer turn. And we have an okay hand. But we have enough points that we don't need good hands now. We just need to ride out the game. 30k is the lead. Play East. I don't like the reach on the 5 only though, especially as it's your indicator, so you've only got 3. Since there was a high probability of improving the hand at some point during a middle Sozu, I'd have even gone for 4 with that reach if I could, but no, I had enough of a lead that I didn't necessarily need the win. It was more important to do that. Once I got the multi-sided weight, for a 10 or not, fine. But I think the Dharma on the 5 was fine until I could improve it. Which again, he's absolutely fair. Draw the winning tiles first and you win, ultimately. In this case, though, we're having a chain of people not the dealer winning, so this is fine. Legius winning is going to help me in the long run here. The problem is I don't have a lot that works against Legius, unless that's a dealer. Oh. Mangan, is it? Well, yeah, that's... Unless something massively wrong happens here, this is probably the last hand. Actually, I suppose the right dealings, but basically now we just do not deal in and we're fine. That is, yeah. Ouch. Well, let's try and help him out as much as we can here. We're going to believe he has the pair of selves in his hand. We're going to believe it and give him his Yaku. No. Darn it. Alright, we're going to believe he has a pair of whites. We're going to believe it and give him the white. No. Fine then. We're going to believe he has the green dragon. He has a pair of them. And he can call this. Oh, he's got the red. Alright, we don't need to help him anymore. We don't need to help him. Alright, we are going to play another self. He does have a last dealer turn, and everybody else is on even points, so nobody else is at risk of busting out here. I say, my main concern is just don't deal in at this point, so I'm assuming one of these two will get a sumo at some stage, and that will just end it. We can't We could really go ourselves, but you know. You know what? I'm going to go for this impossible hand that everybody says can't be done. The way I'm going at the moment, anyway. But yeah, it's definitely not over. Jesper picks up a Mungan here. The game is completely reset. So we are just going to concentrate on our game plan of don't deal in. I wouldn't need 20 Homba. If he's getting enough things to allow him to win that many hands in a row, then we don't need to worry about that. Long pause, so I've got to assume Tempai. And yeah, the game plan of don't deal in then. Yeah, we're folding already because we really don't. No. Nageshi does not make sense in this position. So, we could have given him the green. Could have given him the green. Oh well. We're not gonna go against this. We're gonna let him do his thing, but. Because the only way we really lose this game in most situations at this point is if, is if we deal into somebody. Deal into a Mungan or a Hanneman here, then we have problems. It's not Daisanga, no. We knew he didn't have the last. He played the white. And I'd played two of them already. We could sneak our way into Tanyo Tempai here, but I don't think that's necessarily what we want to be doing unless we have no other choice. So I've got 5 safe for safety, but... Alright, game's back on. Now it's just a case of win anything. Picks up the Hane. Very close to denying us our shades. And Jesper with a good chance of getting into second here. We have double Yakuhai and this kind of start. I mean... Yeah, sometimes the jam is just with you. How much? Shosangan is 4 because Dragon, and then Little Dragon just gives you the 2 as an add-on. So it's always 4, open or concealed. And I just want to end the game, honestly. This might be overly aggressive, but Jesper has to give me decent tiles here because he needs to push. And if I can chase the others off the pot, then that's absolutely fine as well. Alright, Tenpai. Sangan basically means Mangan, or at least Mangan plus. Alright, Legis going for calls as well. Fortunately, we're waiting on the door of 5, which is not the best of things to be waiting on in a two-sided wait, but alas. So all the 6s are gone. 5's isolated. My wait's looking better all the time here. The problem is this might be dealing with a 7. I'm liking the 5 side of my weight now. Nope. I have too much jam. I was liking it from the perspective of everybody else, in all honesty, but hey. Mangan. And thanks for the game. And really sorry to Jesper. Gotta ruin the comeback. I do have to ruin the comeback. Had to do that. Also, I'm back on the 3-1 path, so 3-1 path. Yeah, that was my thinking there. It was looking more and more likely once 6 and 4 had gone. But hey, I'm going to do an observation round for this one, unless we are missing a player. But currently we have Solar, Demo, and Legius queued up. And Prospero. Okay, so I'm going to start that game off. I'm going to go and grab a quick drink upgrade. I'm going to grab a quick drink, and I'll be back in 2 moments. So bear with. Oh dear. Alright, no worries, Jesper. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little analysis just because I've got to wait a few minutes anyway to watch that match, but get a pest to have to make another video. I'm happy to do it. I'm not sure necessarily, unless you got some really terrible things you want to point out about my hand. Yeah, so where were we here? Prospero's deal-ins then. So starting with the East 3. Yes, this is a 7, so discard. Obviously 2 in the wall. 2 in the pond, rather. 1 in his hand. And this is where he traded it up, so... Oh, no, he didn't. Did next turn. Yeah, okay. So I went aggressive, hit Tempai with that. Yeah, I mean, if it's an interesting enough game, from my perspective, I just seem to get lucky a lot, which I don't know if that's necessarily good for analysis. I can certainly look at some deal-ins. So that was Mungan 1. This is Mungan 2, very next hand. So obviously this is where I just hit Dora free. It actually gave me the 8, actually. Come to that. Yeah, so Leggy is obviously trading up because he had one there. I don't know if it might have been worth keeping that and just in the 8 instead, but... I mean, I'm just looking at the dealings at this point rather than anything else, so... And then just a random 6-pin. For a another Hanneman. Well, let's see how long. Let's see how long. And watch, and there we go. So 53 seconds. Should be continuous to Dora Pon. We also have Plaza currently queued up. I don't know if we're going to have enough for another game, but if there is, we will start that off. Right, meanwhile, I'll just go and check something. Yeah, nothing going on there, nothing going on there. Okay. For 3, 2, 1, let's see how this game... Let's see how this game pans out. So, we would like Demo to lose some points here. But, objectively, it's probably unlikely. Prospero with a 4-pair start. Looks pretty strong. Demo with Pons, reasonably connected hand. Just having a quick look at what Ledge is looking with. That might be a Honitsu attack. Sequence, double pair. Maybe? Well, we'll see. Question is, I suppose, is Prospero going to go for the pairs or is he going to go for the Hinfu side of things? Both options. So pairing up a dragon. And yeah, Prospero not going for that, so he might even be looking at getting rid of the middle 5s in this position is a little awkward. He might be thinking about Honitsu already. Let's see how that develops. Good draw from Demo, completes that sequence. Second green, so Solar has to call this one. So the wait because the hand wasn't quite there, I guess. Although I'm not sure the hand changed too much in that one draw. And yeah, Prospero is still drawing 5s. So is looking for that. Although if he'd have gone for 7 pairs, he shan't at this point. Dora South. Okay, so Prospero is not calling, so hedging between them, I guess. Yeah, so hand now looking much more likely to be pin-food than anything else at this stage, although not definite. Could be reaching something. Or reach only, potentially, from how this is developing. Demo's hand's looking quite good. Still needs that east completion, but other than that, he's looking pretty good. And Legius is slowly building up his Chinitsu attempt. But will he have enough time is a good question. All right, South discarded. Yeah, if Prospero had committed here, I think that Chinitsu was on, but he's passed too many, I think, now to realistically go for it. Not impossible, of course, but definitely looking towards the, sort of the Pinfu Itsu route. Meanwhile, how is... I was about to say, how is Solo doing? That's Solo and Tenpai. Waiting on the 6-pin or waiting on the... Nope, goes for the 6-pin to incorporate Vidora, which is fair. So, Hatsu 1. All the 6-pins are in the other's hands, but we've had a spoiler about that, so we'll see how they come out. Honestly, potentially demos, but I don't see that coming out because that's a sequence completed and a good Pinfu style weight there. Prospero's could if it was going more sort of towards the sort of Toy 7 pairs route, but he's clearly not doing that anymore. Oh, he's changed his weight to 4-pin. That's more likely on both counts, actually, and that's a deal-in. No. So, reasonable swap, 2,000 point hand, and Solo becomes dealer. So, opening hand from Solar. 3 pairs. Pretty good Tanyo Pinfu style at hand from this point, so that's where I expect this to go. Seems the quickest route to anything. Demo has got 3 red Dora in his opening hand, and it looks not the worst, honestly. 4 on a tiles, but hey. Yeah. Legis has work to do, but at least has a Yaku high pair, so potentially some acceleration there, but this is looking like a dealer one here. But need to keep an eye on Demo, because if he does develop that, that is a game-changing hand. So debating that, decides not, because not helpful. Triplet of 5s there, so that's a little more advancement for Demo. Just needs to get rid of his loose dragons now. 7 pins a good draw, so that's 5, 5, 5, 6, 7. Middle 4 in the Sozu as well, potentially can expand that. If he draws that 3 pin next, then he's in business, but I think he'd prefer something connected to the 5 and just toss the 1, 2. The red 5, the 5 man, I mean. Alright, Solo then has got himself to 4 pairs and options here. So ones are useful if he's going 7 pairs. Okay, so that's to hold off. 7 actually not the worst discard here if he's going for a Pinfu hand, which he... Yeah, makes sense here. And just seeing if he can upgrade it. Not really. 5's a great draw. So, potential Ipeiko. And Ishanten, certainly. So, Ishanten for Tanyo, Pinfu, possible Ipeiko. And 1 Dora. Which, as dealer, is pretty good. I mean, he could have called that. And I've certainly been tempted to, because that is just Tenpai secured. I mean, admittedly, it downgrades the hand to just open Tanyo and 1, but you have a dealer. So staying as dealer is usually important, and securing any points is usually to be sought. Also puts some pressure on the board. But, I mean, his weight's presumably good enough that he's going to have some time. 2s and 5s, 3s and 6s. He might have time. But I'd have cut some value and gone for it here. Yeah, 3 doesn't help. See, he'd have been Tenpai 3 turns ago, or 4 turns ago now, which Admittedly, this is the more valuable route, but it's allowing the others to get into the game a bit more. And is that Tenpai for Prospero? That is Tenpai for Prospero. Although he doesn't keep it. Time management again, possibly? Because he basically had the, well, what would have been a 7-4 weight there, Pinfu. Which even kept down, but is still probably fine. Yeah, because now it's just been out-accelerated. Oh, well, could you make the 6-so pass against his discards? I'm not sure you could necessarily. All the 8, you can see all the 8s, you see most of the 7s. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's the same thing I'm just debating now with Solar, although there wasn't a Reach on the board at that point. If you're worried about 6-so, which, again, Solar is, yeah, you could take that away. It just, I don't know. So, Solar not attacking and Prospero not taking the Tenpai has allowed Demo back into the game with his monster hand. Admittedly, he's lost one of his Dora for it, but still. Yeah, Legius folding. Oh, and Doug, is he out of he's out of tiles, I think. Yeah, I think Solo ran out of safe tiles right at the end. So Demo on the free pin only, but again, he's picked up his the draw. He does like his high taste. Okay, so Demo is dealer now. 1 Dora. Yeah, ultimately, that's the two things I take from that game. I wasn't really paying attention to Legius too much because, I don't know, wasn't my focus of attention, I guess. But Prospero had a chance to just take the Tenpai and try and run with that, or reach at that point first, which might have put Demo off. Solo had the opportunity to call and just put himself in Tenpai. Yeah, he had a free pin discard about 6 or 7 turns prior, which he would have given him Tenpai if he'd taken it. He'd have lost a lot of value. Obviously, with the hand as is, it had Riichi, Peiko, and a couple of things. But again, by calling that, he's Tenpai for a 2k hand. At least as dealer, it would be 3-9. But yeah, by both of those things not happening, Demo's slower but more valuable hand was allowed to get to completion. Still, let's see what he can do here. His hand's not far away, a million miles away, but it's a little awkward. 2 closed weights to fill in, but yeah. Again, that is a fair comment in isolation. It just slowed him down a bit. And it's early games that he doesn't need to necessarily worry about that, but I don't know. I like being a bit speedy if I'm the dealer at that point. I'm happy to sacrifice value for continual dealership. Sacrifice a bit of value anyway. Alright, let's actually see what everybody else is doing at this point. Legius' hand looks quite as strong. Freedora. East as well. Prospero is... yeah, a bit of work to do. Probably going to end up White Dragon only if he goes for anything with it. And the Solar... yeah, it's not the worst hand. So in terms of pure speed, it's looking like it's going to be Legius versus Solar. But we'll see. Yeah, Demo not taking this one. In Demo's case, he'd have to cut more to make sure he got a Yaku out of it, so he wouldn't be able to use the 9s, wouldn't be able to get the East. It's a balancing act, and to be fair, the answer of aggression versus non-aggression changes depending on the game, and you'd never be 100% accurate on that. But, you know, the call for Tenpai is something that I will probably do most of the time if I'm given the option. Unless I have an indicator that it's a bad idea based on other things, other reaches, big value hands shown, I will probably call for Tenpai 99.9% of the time. If I can. Even if it's a value drop. But equally, losing those tiles could mean I'm more likely to deal into somebody's big hand that they develop later from just playing safe around me. Well, Timo moving up the lines here, so Ishanten. But it's going to give Legius... Yeah, going to put Legius in Tenpai as well if Legius wants to go aggressive against it. But would Legius play a 7-pin against what Demo's got at the moment? If there was a call on the board, or a reach? Difficult to say. Also, potential Sanchiku now for Demo as well, although that's further away than he probably would like. How many 5s and 8s are left? Quite a few. Actually, there's a few people dropped in people's hands looking at this as well. Well, let's see. Prospero looking now at Toy Toy rather than going for 7 pairs, I guess. But he's a bit slow. Yeah, again, he wouldn't go delay from this in the 3rd row. He'd take the Tenpai. Alright, so first strike to Solar, reaching on a 9-6. So 1-9 left in the wall, and 1-6 left in the wall, actually. So, yeah. So versus the Reach. Goes and cuts for 7. Which is just, I believe, just half sieging. Well, Sanchiki's back on for Demo now. If he thinks he can make the 7 pass. I don't see any... Well, in fact, no, he isn't. He's taking East Green, so he's just hoping that Solar doesn't win in the remaining discards, which is fair. 6 is safe to Solar. Is it safe to the table? Relatively. So I'm going to sneak in at this point. Prospero could potentially get to Tenpai on the last draw. Legis has just drawn Dora 3, which is unfortunate for him. No, goes for it. 8. Okay, 8 East. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Legius then, East 4, coming into it with a 2,000 point deficit. This is another really tight, close game. We love these. I've also noticed that Solar has a really good hand up top. So double Yakuhai, double Dora. So everything going Solar's way right this second, especially as he can... Oh, he's just decided to go straight for it, which I guess I understand. He's likely to get one or other of them. Use the other for a pair. Legius' hand is quite good, got to be honest, but I think against that, it's going to be outsped. Prosperous hand's not bad. Demo's probably got the worst opening hand, but it's just kind of weirdly relative at this point. Yeah, true. You're likely to pick up one or the other one, especially in the early game. Right, well, Ishanten then for Solar. Shouldn't get 9s or 6s off of Prospero. Probably isn't going to get the free 6 off him either, actually, based on his current setup. Prospero may be able to outspeed him. Legis holds on to the Dora for now, so playing the safety game a bit. Two moments, I'm just going to have a light up. Alright, Nothing missed too much. 7's finally gone out. Probably would have risked that a turn earlier because 7, 8, 9 is still potentially useful for you. But I can understand trying to hold on to it. And he's now looking definitely for just Tanyo attack here against this. Yep, so that's Tenpai waiting on the 6 pin. Call for Tenpai. For a second I forgot I wasn't playing. Yeah, indeed, I'm not playing. No, I'm just following Legius here. So Legius takes the call for Tenpai against the double. No, Shadow, you lose all your time. No, I don't lose all my time. And that is the advantage of a call to Tenpai. You can pick off potential big hands that are on the board. And you get to continue being dealer. I can play with no time as well. Also, that is a good reward as a hand. I don't know whether it's necessarily going to go that way, but yeah, can't argue with that. Well, you can't realistically argue with that. You could argue with it, of course, as we've previously discussed. So, now see here with North E-Red, I'd have probably been inclined to cut 7 and 7 and just see if you can make the Honitsu work from here. Especially now. If you had the red and... I guess Legis is just thinking about just finishing a hand here. I would probably have looked more towards trying to force a Honitsu out of this. Yeah, that is a thing. Sorry, again, I'm focusing on one player here, but well, yeah, Prospero is the threat then for this one. Not that they're aware of that. Hand's not a million miles away here, but he doesn't have an easy Yakuhai with the Souths disappearing on him. Let's see. Solo developing up to 4 pairs if he wants to go that route. Temo building up nicely. Okay. You see, now he's cut the 1-2. I mean, admittedly, he didn't have these together, so he might not be going for a Honitsu here, but... And also, in truth, he hasn't drawn any pairs of any honor tiles at this point, so he hasn't lost, but I would definitely been tempted to go for this. Sananko... It's not something you'd go for, generally speaking. You'd go for Toy Toy and hope to get Sananko. I don't think you really force this to be anything other than what you draw at this stage. He's getting there now, though. But, I mean, if he'd had just honor tiles left in his hand, I'd be much happier about this. But, yeah, now he's got now I can call 6s and 7s, but there aren't a lot of either. Honitsu, Chinitsu, both potentials from here, as well as Toy Toy. Legis could have a monster if he's correct here, but that is going to be a problem. He has drawn that 1-2. And yeah, 4-5 is hard to ignore now, but it wasn't early in the game, I guess. Also potentially makes the hand more obvious as to what it is, but... Legis unable to call because of things. He's dropped his second pair of Yakuhai. And this is all giving time to other people. Okay. Now the consideration is for Toy Toy or Suanko style shenanigans here because he's Ishanten for it. But Toy Toy Sananko is still fine. So take the call if it comes up, especially since all of them are middle tiles. 4 is a safe. 4 size is a safe tile here, unfortunately, but he didn't draw the 7 isn't helpful. He's going to go for it anyway. Well, 2-5 Mansu weight then. You know the 4's safe at place of 7. I agree with the 7 being a bit dodgy, but it's just going to be one away, I think. I don't think he's going to manage it. In fact, we know he doesn't manage it because, of course, there'd been reaction to it, unfortunately. But, I mean, Toy Toy Sananko is absolutely fine if you get a chance for it. But... Oh, this is an interesting decision here. Doesn't. Okay, there we go. He has Tenpai for Suanko. Goes for the Toy Toy Sananko Dama. One 5, 1 7 left available. So 2 win the wall he could draw. At this point, yeah, you're not going to change your hand. You reach this, really, this late. You at least want to try and, confirm things. Sumo happens anyway. Because if you've got a Yakuman chance, you can't really fold that. Opportunity cost and all that. When are you ever going to get a Yakuman chance again? It may be risky, but if the risk pays off, you win the game. Yeah, Sananko, Toy Toy, Reach, Sumo is... Sumo is Yakuman, but, Reach gives you... Actually, I guess it doesn't give you any additional value, does it? Reach basically... you turn it from a 4 that's a Mangan, because you have triplets, into a 5 that is... you can get Ura, of course, and Ura 3 gives you Baiman. I guess if you're considering the Ura chance, because you hit Ura 3, you hit Baiman, then maybe. But I guess you only really... For the Reach only gives you 4 to 5, and you already have the Mangan. Well, yeah. Yeah, this is very much a friendly environment, so yeah. Anyway, Demo has 3 pairs and Izzy Shanten. So, yeah. Demo's got some jam here. Tries to cut the reds, so it's just, yeah, fine. I mean, to be fair, the reds are already kind of killed. He didn't pull the red earlier. Did he not have it? Or did I just miss it? I mean, to be fair, he's got double Dora and a white dragon that you can potentially call, so yeah. It's looking fine. Prosperous Hand is looking decent, although admittingly he's going to be outsped. I see. It's still a tight game here, because, I mean, Prospero's in last place, but Dealer 66 behind. Itsu or no for Prospero? No. You can argue it's a possible Itsu if this was your opening hand. You probably don't want to force an Itsu here. You got Pinfu. Pinfu is probably enough as dealer. So, yeah, he's looking at Pinfu. Oh, I mean, yeah, I saw your comment after he discarded a 9, so, yeah. If he kept the 9, sure, but I feel what he's done is probably correct in terms of advancing the hand. Alright, Demo takes the lead and moves above 30k. Entering South 2. Yep, that was an eventual problem that was going to happen, but it thankfully resolved itself. Yeah. Hands are a little messy. Up top. Okay. Actually, I say they're a bit messy, actually. They're not too bad. This is just a slower game than the last few, I think. But we'll see. So now somebody is at the winning threshold, but everybody is still within a Mangan upset of each other. So... At least it wasn't dealing. Okay then, so yeah, Solar here in this kind of position, you want to. I think now you're looking to try and maximize things. You need to maximize chances, maximize points as much as you can while you're dealer, because obviously if you don't get it this time, you need to get a Mangan. You then need to actually construct a decent hand to try and win the game. Which, I mean, to be fair, not always a concern of winning the game. Sometimes just concerned of getting up a position or two. But yeah, you want to be considering that you're only a 2-hand hand behind second. You're a less than a Mungan behind Demo. So what can you do to make either of those things happen with what you're given? In Prosperous Place, he has to actually construct a hand L2 here, but he's not done too badly out of that. So Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 1. Potentially Tanya as well, but he gets the Apatsu of Legius. Riichi, Apatsu, Pinfu, Dora 1. And Anura. So, Mongan. Well, Prospero's back in the game. And Demo then, South 3, his last dealer turn. Probably needs a Mongan to be absolutely safe on Legius' turn, but 7-6 ahead, 4-6 ahead of Prospero. White to Dragon, Dora in Prospero's hand as well. So, is Prospero in the Ascendancy? Does he have all the jam? Because that hand is quite ridiculous up top, actually. But yeah, it's not over here, but that's definitely definitely oops here. Wow, let's see what happens with this. This could be interesting. Demo's got a very fast hand as well, so but I'm definitely seeing this as a West versus East game, and that means I'm blindsided to everybody else. I need some sleep. Sleep is important. Well, further development. So this is helping Demo to just get Tanya here. Ishanten. Yes, noticing reaches is important. Alright, so Tanya established, so Demo can just call for Tenpai if he wants to. So his hand's getting there, but he's still got a few loose tiles to get rid of. Yeah, absolutely. Did you get the new Riichi theme? Probably not. I didn't get any. I don't have Riichi themes as far as I'm aware. The pause was Legis, I think, because he's got the one. Yeah. Okay, Demo deciding to go with that side of things, so essentially puts him into a double 7 weight. Now, in which case I probably have it, but yeah. Well, we might put it on at some point, and then we might take it off again. We'll see. I suppose, but... Oh, solo with that White Dragon late in the game. Is this something you push? You have no dealer turns left. Your hand is quite close to Tenpai, but not there yet. What do you do? Prospero hits Tenpai. So, Tuso required. And it all kicks off now. Yeah, given Solo's position in the game state, Solo can play with no fear at the moment. Right, Demo. Pair of 7s puts in Tenpai on the 3-6. Okay, mass Tenpais everywhere. Solo now, yeah, you kicked off something that is probably not worked out too well for you. Let's see. I mean, not impossible that Solo gets himself back into this. He's not. He's in the Ishanten. Okay, so 4, possibly 2 following, and send C, but... Alright, no worries, Carol. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if we'll still be streaming once you come back, but if we are, we'll see you in a bit. Oh, that could be bad for Demo. Let's see if he does it. Does he fold out? And if you fold out, what do you fold out with? You fold out with the 6. So, correct decision here from Demo. Can't chunk on that. Oh, and Legis is going to deal in. So, Demo did the correct evasion there, and Legius went for it. So, with that, Mungan, Legius now takes the last dealer turn. Prospero takes the lead. Legius is on 9-7. Possibly a little too aggressive from Legius there, but again, he's in the position where he needs wins. And it's very difficult to play in that sort of position, I guess. Okay, so from Legius' position, he needs a 14-2 turnaround to manage anything here. Or multiple dealer wins. If he can pull off a dealer Hanneman, then he puts us potentially into West round, depending on this. Yeah, this is true. It's more known Mungan. Because you know they got 4. Actually, they probably have Mungan anyway, because I think 4. Most hands open with that dragon set are going to put you up to the 40 hand required to go to Mungan. But yeah, this is going to be tricky from here on out, I think. May have hit the wrong button. Oh dear. Was it the Khan button? Because if that's the case, it might not be wrong. It just might be interesting. Okay, so Prospero overcalls. I don't know whether Legis wanted it or not, but probably not, because Tanyo is probably his better consideration here. Prospero has a good hand to try and end this sequence. Possible things here. White Dragon to just ease of it. Is going to be Chanter, but she doesn't necessarily need, but gives him a backup plan in case the dragons don't turn up. Legius then, 4 pairs, 2 Dora. Oh. Okay, then I take it back. Khan is the wrong button. Oh dear. Well, Solo getting closer. So what does Solo need, actually? Let's just analyze this from second place here. So Solo requires a Mungan to overtake or a direct Mungan from Prospero. Hanneman would get him there as well. So Dora East is absolutely what he needs to keep right now. Unfortunately, on its own, it's not doing a lot for him, and it's also not a Yakuhai this time. So no bonuses going on. But that is his best route to get a Hanneman. So interesting things to worry about here. Legis should probably attack here. Doesn't. The reason I say Legis should probably attack is he's up against 2 calls, and that would end the game. He needs to do anything possible to avoid it. So I think calling here, just trying to force the Tanyo Dora 2 is fine. Yeah, odd mix of... Yeah, because if he'd have made both of these calls, I mean, admittedly the 3 might not have come out at that point. He's pretty much there, isn't he? 1 drop, 2 drop. Put some Ishanten. Okay, multi-pairs coming up then. So Ishanten for 7 pairs. Not the best, again, because he's got the early things there. He has the 5 as a potential CG from the 8. But, we'll see. Prospero in Tempai for the Green Dragon, which is not the best of weights, but the reason being none of them have been played. But we shall see. 6 O's for a 10, so couldn't keep that. How's everybody else doing? There's a few pairs hands sort of developing here. Yeah, I agree with that. 7 pairs gives him enough value to make a sizable dent into the comeback, but I feel that he could have got Tanya a lot easier. Yeah, and he's realizing that now, but now we'll Did Prospero just give up the game at that point? I mean, you got to play green now, haven't you? No, he's staying in green. I mean, that was game winning at that point. You win the game at that point instantly. It possibly misclick, possibly time management, but oof, that's rough. If he loses the lead now, that's really rough. Here comes some carnage, and yep, I see exactly what you mean. Yep, yeah. 5-8 with not a dealt in though, but still. Paul plays a 7 now into a many-sided weight. Oh, I was realizing important things too. Oh, it happens. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so 2, 3, 3, 6. 1 doesn't do it. 4 obviously doesn't do it. 5 obviously doesn't do it because it's showing us that. So, yep, 2, 3, 6 and the for a 10 green, which presumably Crossroad could have won with not for a misclick. Surprised he didn't change it up after that point though, but hey. Okay. So, here we go again. This is not a bad starting hand. And again, just trying to get a completed hand as fast as possible is the play here. Prospero has Dora free, which he really doesn't need from the lead. He's not going to complain, I guess, but it means his hand's likely to be slower just because of that. He has to work around it a bit. No, it's not the worst thing in the world. Demo's hand looks reasonable, both in terms of speed and 2 Dora. But we're racing for the comeback here. We're racing for the Legius comeback. He's not a million miles away from making it happen here. Admittedly, 11-2. I mean, that's Dealer Mungan. So if he gets a Dealer Mungan here, he overtakes Solar, regardless of any other considerations of that. So 2 Dealer Mungans is all you actually need to win this game at this point. Admittingly, this isn't a Mungan hand, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, 4 gives you reach, and that's about it. But hey. Dealer reach after a win, get some momentum, get some jam. Start threatening a West round. Because that's always the eternal thing here. If Demo loses a few more points, get a hit off Prospero. Small hand loss, then after that puts you into the West round. Well, reach on the 4, so I'd take it at this point. I would seriously reach this. There we go. Yeah, so this is momentum, and this is about a little bit of fear here, and the fact that now they have to work around whatever the heck you're doing. Prospero does have all the values, and he might consider it worth it going for it at this point. The risk from him, I suppose, is losing 6-4 and finishing behind Demo. But yeah, this is a reach at this position. Last place. You have a Khan available as well, which is the only thing I think you're missing out on by doing this. Yeah, if nothing else, dealer pressure. You should always respect the dealer, except when the dealer is mad. Or me. Yeah, if I'm the dealer, it's always Mad. That's why I said not me. Because now they've got to take the gamble. Does he have a big Mungan hand, or does he just have a small thing and he's bluffing? And you can't know that. But if nothing else, it's going to put everybody else a bit further behind. So give you time to draw that last Forso. Which it now is the last Forso, with 2 in Demo's hand and probably staying in there because 7 pairs looks like a thing here. It's true he could, but I'd be happier being on the wait at this point. Oh, I think Demo's made a decision which has put his hand slightly further behind. And actually, yeah, compromised him a bit there because that was 7 pairs Tempai. He gave up with the 2-4 in his hand. And Legius picks up a few more points. So, first repeat. Didn't get any earlier. So, 2,000 points. Only 2,000 points, but this is how you got to start. Build the momentum. I mean, the first one was a bluff. Would the second be a bluff? I mean, possible Itsu. This is the sort of hand I like. If you can draw an early free man, this is ideal, I think. Failing that, pairing up the red is your top priority here. Again, Prospero with 2 draws, and he's decided, nope, this game needs to end. I'm going fast. And his hand is quite fast. We'll have to cut a Dora, though. Unless he's extremely fortunate. Solar, not a bad starting hand either, actually, come to that. But not in Prospero's league, at least in that regard. That is a great draw from Demo, and might actually mean Demo's the consideration here. Also 2 Dora, with a pretty good hand now. Question is, will Legius complete this Itsu? Is the possible Itsu a thing that could happen? Or is Legius thinking even bigger? There's an argument to call that free pin, I suppose, if you're going for the Honitsu pin Itsu here. That still leaves you with a 1-2, which is an edge weight free, admittingly, but it might be worth consideration here. Yeah, so now that free man becomes absolutely paramount here, regardless of anything else. If you draw a free man, this hand is pretty much there. 4-6 is exactly what you want, but, Also, this is why you want your call indicators off. I've kind of ummed and ahed about it, but this is probably where you'd want to turn them off. You don't normally want to do that if you're dealer chasing any kind of hand, but this might be the right one here. Cut the 1-2. I suppose that's fine. I mean, you needed the free, you didn't get the free. Meanwhile, Prospero is Tempai on the 7-man now. He's going to switch. Nah. The counter argument here, release me. Never. No releasing of you here. You must play on until you win. I mean, you can't keep complaining at that. You continue to play until you win. I mean, this can't... Oh. You see here, drawing a 9, I'm taking as a signal and trying to push this to Chinitsu, because Chinitsu could have freed you. Reach Chinitsu. Could have got you all the way. Byman, potentially. Depends when you draw that 6-pin, I guess. Right, East no help. Red Dragon passes. I'm just keeping an eye on everything else at this point. See, there, that could have been a signal. That could have been Gates during the second 9 there. That could have been the Gates indicator. I've never seen anybody even get close to Gates before, but that could have been it. There's also an argument you could potentially call that. Oh, this hand with the 9s looks so good. He did. He's also given up a Gates hand, I think. Although, admittingly, the keeping of a 9 at that point, he's discarded what he drew after that for the most part, but... He's got Tenpai, though, in spite of that. Possible Itsu. Reach Itsu. Pinfu. Which is fine. That's what he wants. But, you know, I'm gonna lament the fact that Gates... Actually, could Gates have happened? 1-1. No, 2 1s ago. So Gates wasn't going to happen. Ignore me. But still. I'll still be considering the Chinitsu in that regard. But hey, he's got what he wants out of this. One 6-pin left to Sumo. 3-pin as what? 1 3-pin left to... No, 1 3-pin's out. So 6-pin only. Well, we know he's complaining about being trapped, so I think this might be continuing on a bit. Still, we're all for the comeback. Reach Itsu, Dora, Pinfu, Mangan. And that puts him third. Well, I mean, it's a small step closer. I mean, in fairness, Prospero is the reason why this game hasn't ended, because he had a green dragon weight and didn't take the win. For whatever reason. But, abortive draw, 3,000 points closer to the end. Gap now 4,600 to take third place, so a position up is very possible. You have a 2-Dora hand, you have a sequence. This looks like a good Pinfu one here. This should be okay. 23 gap to lead, 14-5 gap to second, 4-6 gap to third. Legis' comeback is a thing that could happen here. Prospero with double south in his hand, but it's a lot slower than his last few. Does he have the ability to put this into a West round by just winning off Prospero, or will he actually be able to make a comeback happen? Oh, game is over. Okay. Well, I mean, Hanneman direct hit off Prospero wins in the game. Mangan direct hit off Prospero actually wins in the game, come to that. With all the bonuses, because that would be 12, 12. Trade, 46. Oh, plus the reach state, plus 3. No, it needs to be a Hanneman because he wouldn't have enough points. So, okay. So, Legius Hanneman for victory. Let's go. How is this going to be ruined? Indeed. Prospero could have ended this game because he had a green dragon weight in South 4, the first South 4, and discarded the green dragon when he drew the winner. Not entirely sure what happened there, or we had an auto discard on or something, but... Well, if it is, it's going to be Pinfu at the moment. Tanpin, Dora 2, currently. Reach Tanpin, Sumo, Dora 2, 1 Ura. Hanneman, Sumo. Puts... Just work this out here. Hanneman, Sumo, actually. 6,000. Yeah, Hanneman, Sumo would do it. Oh, Chitoi up top. Yeah, we see the Chitoi happening. Again, I'm focusing on the important player here, the one who the comeback requires. He needs the comeback. We believe in you, sir. Double Dora, so Dora-san. Options here. Probably want to cut the Tuso. Yep. So Ishanten. A callable Ishanten as well for Tanya Dora free. South and west. West, they're 2 out, so it's not necessarily good and the best tile for that. Yeah, 8 was a better tile than west there for 7 pairs. Yeah. We figured it was something of that nature, but obviously... Or an also discard or something that went wrong there. So Prosper again tried to win this game for himself. Ishanten then. Probably take this. Yep. Okay, so Tanyo Dora 3 on the 6-0. Khan? Yeah, I saw your accidental Khan. That was it was a thing. To be fair, neither the 5 or 8 would have dealt in at that point, but you know. But you know, we've all been tempted by the Khan button in a position where it doesn't actually win the game for us. And in fact ruins our hand. I've certainly done it on stream before. Oh, getting tricky for Legius here. Well, that one's looking good. So, Riichi on the last Dora. There is 1 to be drawn. Pressure on. Legius has to attack this. Goes with the 8-pin, which probably should have been the 2-pin based on what's out there. But actually, no, 8's directly safe. Ignore me. Counter reach. And, oh, that's going to be unfortunate. 4-7 Ipatsu into demo. Oh. Well, GG and unfortunate, sir. Unfortunate. Yeah. Mangan for demo, who takes the win. Actually, no, he doesn't, does he? No, he does. Bonus points. So Demo takes the win again and solidifies his current domination of this Tiles of Confusion League. Well played. And unless there is demand for one more game, I think I am going to call that a stream. I'll give it a couple of moments just to decide on that. But yeah, that was an interesting one. That might be better for analysis purposes, in all honesty, Kyle, because it was a tight game and a couple of things we can potentially discuss towards the end game. If we decide to do that again, of course. Actually, what did he need? He was 20,000. It was about the same points position as Legius, but obviously no longer dealer. So yeah, I think he did need a Hanneman at least. Amangan off the Prospero would have also potentially triggered a West round, so that would have been fine. But obviously, if you reach, you can't choose who you get the win off. Yeah, he was on about 18, so Hanny would have got him to the 30k threshold. I don't think that would have overtaken Prospero, though, but would have put him second. Which is fair. Alright, it looks as if I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for joining us all who did. Kyle, I'll discuss some kind of analysis with you in the future. And yeah, I'll see you next week for some more stuff, things, and South 4 repeats. And hopefully some comebacks. Until next time.